Mob Psycho, Episode 1, self-proclaimed psychic Reigen Arataka. And Mob. Hey, how's it going everyone? Fumincho here, back at it once again with another video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and today it is time for my Mob Psycho 100 anime episode review. So, we're talking about episode 1, self-proclaimed psychic, and I gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed this first episode. It is a great introduction to the series. It was filled with a lot of humor and a lot of really interesting and very well done animation from Bones. It looks really fantastic. So the beginning starts and we see this character, at least I'm assuming that this is the main character, Mob, and he's fighting all of these different monsters, and it looks like he's about to explode, like he's gaining his emotional overload or something. Like this number keeps going up, and you see him, he's fighting all these different monsters, and just the designs alone look very, very strange, like unlike anything I've ever seen. You see these monsters with like weird faces and weird limbs coming out, and they're very, very colorful. Everything is really colorful when it comes to the spirits, at least. So starts off pretty exciting, and then you have this other character, Reigen, which is a really funny character. Reigen I thought was really funny because he is a fake. He's a fraud. He says that he's a psychic. He says that he can exorcise spirits and send them back to where they belong, but he cannot do any of those things. He is a fake, and he is literally scamming people. And I like that. That is so funny to me. I loved it when he was talking to the lady and her boyfriend, which I thought was really funny, how he just came out of nowhere. And yeah, like I like these characters already. I'm already invested in them, especially Reigen. I really like that kind of dynamic that he's dealing with, where he has to kind of keep up this lie of him actually being a psychic, and you know, he's afraid. He's actually scared of a lot of these spirits that he's pretending to exorcise. So it's pretty funny. What's even more funny is how he just like throws table salt at people. I thought that was pretty interesting. You have to get like blessed salt in order for it to actually work. And he just like throws salt at spirits. When he's in the tunnel towards the end of the episode, he punches that biker spirit, and he just has a handful of salt. And I love how it's like, this is Reigen's special move, the salt punch. And he just goes in, and it literally does nothing. I thought that was really, really funny. I had a pretty big chuckle there. But yeah, again, let's talk a little bit about the animation. So it's pretty consistent throughout the episode, and it's pretty well done, I'm not gonna lie. Especially when you have the main character, Mob, using his psychic powers, which is like this weird kind of thing where he holds out his palm. And when he first initially does that, the beginning of the episode, when he's taking out that spirit in that apartment, like the jump up spirit or something like that, where it makes you jump up and you bang your head on the ceiling, when he's using that, the viewpoint kind of like spins around the room as he's using this power, and it's very colorful. There's like rainbow colors everywhere, and it looks really, really awesome. It is really well done. I'm really liking how the animation is shaping up to be in this series. Hopefully they could keep that up with the next coming episodes. So yeah, that's awesome. Thumbs up on that. The Japanese dub is very well done as well. I like how you have Mob. He's kind of like this calm character that's not really good at like anything really. Like he sounds sad. Like he always sounds sad, and I think that's kind of an interesting dynamic with his character as well, because he doesn't have any friends really in school. It looks like he's crushing on this girl that won't even look at him. And I love how when he looks over to the girl, she's like, she's pretty as ever, cute as ever, and her friends are just like vegetables. Like he just doesn't give a crap about her friends at all, just not paying attention to them. They just have like a broccoli face or like a potato face or something. I can't remember, but I thought that was really, really funny. But yeah, I love his voice. I can't remember the voice actor that does it, but I like it. I think it's a really good kind of calm demeanor voice. It's going to be interesting to see if he becomes more of like a little more rough, like if that voice gets a little amped up when he starts going closer to 100. I'm interested to see how that's going to work. The character of Reigen, I absolutely loved his voice. I thought it just worked throughout the show. He's just kind of arrogant, and he's a fraud, and I don't know. I really like this character of Reigen. I think he's going to be a really cool character ongoing throughout the series, and his voice is definitely one of the reasons why. So yeah, I really like these two main protagonists. Another thing that I have to mention is the music. Good lord, this OST is fantastic. I cannot... okay, Kenji Kawai, I gotta be honest, this guy, you know, he did the music, he composed the music for Ghost in the Shell, so this is one thing that I was actually really excited about before I even jumped into the series, because I just hopped on Wikipedia and I was like, oh, what's this show about? And I just read like the general synopsis, and I saw that Kenji Kawai was doing the music, and I was like, okay, I'm in now, because I love this guy. I grew up with Ghost in the Shell, I grew up with those songs, I still listen to them today, a lot of those soundtracks, and it works so well here. It is such good music, it gets you kind of pumped. I love just how mysterious and how creepy. It sounds very exotic as well. I thought that was... It sounds great. I love the OST so far. Hopefully we get more of these kind of strange, exotic, weird kind of sounding things. I like that. It's a very well done original soundtrack so far. The opening, I can't remember who the opening is by, but the opening is really, really cool as well. It's like counting down throughout its run, and it sounds really cool. It really just like gets you kind of pumped up. I think I might even like it more than the One Punch Man opening, which I didn't think was even possible, but this is... The animation in this opening is beyond beautiful. It is insane. There's so many different things happening. I'm trying just to like look around and see all these different things. You see all these crazy monsters, these little like bug creature things. You see all these different characters. It looks fantastic. That opening is awesome. And the ending theme as well. We didn't get the actual ending, but the ending theme is pretty well done as well. I like it. It works. It works. I love how you have this kind of... I love series that have like crazy, you know, amped up openings, and then the ending theme is a little more quiet and calm. One Punch Man did that last year, and I thought that was fantastic. It's kind of... It just works. It just works. I like it a lot. So, yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed this first initial episode. I think that they hit a lot of marks with the humor, with the characters, and of course the soundtrack and animation. It's everything that I need in this type of series, and it's all working right now, and I'm really happy. I really am. I think that this is going to be a really good series going on. It's not like top-notch, crazy, huge, expensive production quality kind of thing that One Punch Man was. It's not like that. It's a little more calm. It's not as flamboyant and as, you know, like crazy over the top that One Punch Man was. It's very calm. It's still really good looking. It's still really good looking, and I don't think it needs to be that over the top, because in the beginning when you saw him fighting all these monsters, it wasn't like a One Punch Man style fight where you have the viewpoint spinning all around and have all this crazy stuff going on. It's very calm. It looks good, but it doesn't look like flat out like nothing you've ever seen before. It works, and I don't think it needs to go that over the top. I don't think this is the kind of series that really lends itself to that. I think this is a series that's more of something... It's going to focus a bit more on the story and the characters. Another interesting thing about the art style is I think it's definitely staying more true to One's original artwork. I think that that's pretty interesting, because One Punch Man was a complete departure from One's art style, and it was more towards the actual manga series. So it looked clean, it looked really sharp, everything looked really nice. But this show, you see these characters, and the lines are really thick. You see when they're like expressing emotion, especially with Reigen's character, when he's kind of like making these weird faces, you see the lines are just super cut, and it looks awesome. It really does. It really works for the series. Some of the designs for the characters look super old school. They remind me of like 90s or like late 80s anime, which is pretty cool. I like how these characters have like strange hair in their jawline. It reminds me of that. The main one of the main characters, Reigen, he actually reminds me of Ikichi Onizuka from Great Teacher Onizuka, because he has that similar hair and the eyebrows, and that's one of my favorite series of all time, so that's a thumbs up for you on that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I really like this episode. I love kind of the storyline where he's going in to this tunnel, and it's so strange. I'm not sure how long Reigen can lie to Mob, and I'm not 100% for sure if Mob actually believes him or not. Because I think Mob might just be like, oh yeah, we all know you're faking, but I'll pretend, I'll give you that. I think that would be kind of interesting if they brought that up. But yeah, I love how they go inside this tunnel. There's this biker guy that slipped on a banana peel. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. And they kind of redeem it really well, too, with him pulling that picture from him and actually releasing him to heaven, I guess, or, you know, the beyond, I guess. And I thought that was actually pretty touching. So, yeah, so far, so good. I love the animation. I love the soundtrack. I love the voice acting. And I love the direction of this series so far. So, I'm really excited. I think out of a scale of like 1 to 10, I'd give this episode a solid like 8.5 out of 10. It works. It works. It does everything that it needs to do to start the series off. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Comment below. Let me know what you think of Mob Psycho 100's first episode, self-proclaimed psychic. Yeah, let me know what you think. What do you think of the animation? What do you think of Kenji Kawai doing that music? God, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section below. Hit that like button, please. I need to know that you like this video. I need to know that I can keep doing these anime reviews. I'm super excited to get this going. This is my first ever anime review, if you haven't noticed already. But yeah, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe. Be sure to subscribe for these weekly reviews, other anime videos, gaming videos, manga videos, everything in between. You can also follow me on Twitter at Fumencho1 to get updates on this channel and all that stuff I mentioned earlier. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for next week for the next episode of Mob Psycho 100. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.